It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.
And so, goodbye. And good night. Bang!
Settle! Because I'm better than you, and you know it. Yes, sir.
Welcome to Off the Mats with Alex Lowe's and Josh Silverberg.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another special edition of the only wrestling talk show here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Welcome to Off the Mat. We join you every Saturday at 12 o'clock right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Josh Silverberg. With me at this time, of course, my tag team partner, my partner in crime down south. I don't know if it's sunny, beautiful Florida today. It's raining here in New York. Mr. Alex Lowe's, what's happening, man?
Nothing much, Josh. It's been an amazing week for wrestling. A lot to get through with so little time. And stick with us the whole way through the show because it's going to be great. It's
going to be awesome. There's so much to get to. I mean, so much to digest, and, you know, it's an insane amount of, you know, just things that shocked us all this week that happened. And, of course, we'll get into our T-shirts that we're wearing. Alex has a new addition to the family.
Oh, yeah, Orange Cassidy.
Yes, his yearbook photo.
Yep.
I, of course, have decided to go with Sting today. I don't like to show the bottom of the logo because it's a WWE logo, so yeah. But before we do that, we got to get to a couple of things. We got to tell you how you can listen to us, not just us, but all the shows that we have here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, because we're growing each and every single day. I actually just went on the show schedule literally while we were doing the intro, Alex. There's like 20 new shows that are
wow.
Now.
And we're just adding every day, adding new things every day.
It's every single day, including now we have a show that joins us now on Saturdays at 4 o'clock. It's called Off the Post with FC Charge. So that is happening every Saturday. But it's not just that. Listen, first off, how to download our app. It's very simple. It's a simple thing. It's free, first off.
Absolutely free.
Alex just wrote an unbelievable article, actually. I believe you wrote about, what was it, Alex?
Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega.
That's right. And you know how you can find that app? If you have an iPhone, if you have an iPhone, you don't go to the Android store. You go to the Apple store because you can't go to the Android store. If you have an iPhone, you go to the Apple store. You type in WWSRN. That's WWSRN. If you have an Android, you go to the Google Play Store. You type in Worldwide Sports Radio. It's easy. It takes 2 seconds, and you're done. You can see our show schedule, clips from the show. If you missed the show, you can rewatch it. Articles, many different shows we have. We have the Ryan Hickey Show, Down to the Wire, Below the Mic, The Wise Guys, the Sports, the Sports Hit List, Weapons High, New York Jets podcast show. Belly Up Sports has been partnering with us too, so they have a bunch of new shows coming in with us. So there's so much happening here at the network, we can't even keep up with it. But stick with us though, right here at Off the Mat, if you're a wrestling fan, because we're the only information, other than of course the Sports Hit List, that can give it to you, but we give it to you every Saturday at 12 p.m. So that's a guarantee. But they're awesome over there, the Sports Hit List, with Carl and all those guys. And like I said, there's so much to get to today, but also go on our website. It's beautiful. It's brand new. WorldwideSportsRadio.com. WorldwideSportsRadio.com. Brand new website. Alex, how can the fans get involved with us and checking us out and trying to be involved on the show?
So follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Off the Mat WWSRN. You can follow me on Twitter at Show Slows. Josh's Twitter is at Josh Silverberg. And make sure to follow the Worldwide Sports Radio Network at WWSRN_radio.
And, and there's also a phone number, too, I believe, right, Alex, that the fans can call us up on, and they could join us with Google Teams and everything like that?
Yep. Our phone number is 727-888-5255. 4295.
It's
And
right
you
there
can
on the
also leave comments on the Facebook and Twitter live stream. That way we can respond to you and give us our feedback on the different topics that we have for you here today.
Exactly, and we have so much to get to. Like I said, we're going to recap AEW NXT. We're going to preview War Games tomorrow. We're going to talk New Japan. Alex has the standings up and running. We have This Week in Wrestling History, our finishing move. You should be proud of me, Alex. I remembered the name This Week in Wrestling. I don't know what. I kept screwing up the name the last week. I don't know why I kept doing, but I think I might have been drunk before the show aired. I don't know. Just kidding. But, of course, we joke, we kid. We unfortunately do have to get to some somber news that did happen this week.
Very serious news.
And that is, unfortunately, the legendary, the great
Pat Patterson. Yeah, he passed away.
at the age of 79. So, unfortunately, really quick, Alex, you remember when I grew up with wrestling, I grew up during the Attitude Era. I tell you the stories all the time, and I remember Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe as being the goons for Vince McMahon. And I remember that one of the highest segments Raw ever had was Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe versus the Mean Street Posse.
And Pat Patterson had a lot of different matches in WWE. He fought for the Hardcore Championship, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, and the North American Heavyweight Championship.
And I thought SmackDown did a really nice gesture yesterday, bringing back the original IC title that Pat Patterson hung on to. But Pat Patterson wasn't just a legend inside the ring.
No, he was a positive figure for everybody, even inside and outside the locker room, for a lot of different people. Even The Rock. The Rock paid tribute to Pat Patterson on his Instagram. It was very well done, very well wrote. And Pat Patterson was a big reason as to why The Rock got so far in his WWE career.
Yeah, it's very true. And, you look at how Pat Patterson was, and you're hearing all the stuff that is coming out about him. And it wasn't just WWE that paid their respects. I believe AEW did, Impact did, other wrestling companies did. But I was listening to on Sirius XM, Alex, on my way to work. That's actually how I found out the news. I didn't even find out on Twitter. I was driving to work, and I have Sirius XM, and I was listening to the Fight Nation channel, the show that Dave LaGreca does every single week on the network, and he broke the news about it, and I was like, wow, that came out of left field. But 2020 has been such a crappy year.
Yeah, it definitely has. It's been going just sloppy downhill for 2020.
What do you remember Pat Patterson most about? Because, like I said, we're not behind the scenes or anything. It's what it seems like a lot of these wrestlers remembered him by. Like NXT did a full-blown tribute for him on Wednesday. What do you remember him by?
So I remember Pat Patterson as being a positive figure for a lot of the different locker room stars, even legends that grew up with him, legends that came into the business and learned from him. And a lot of people took a lot of value from Pat Patterson and his words of wisdom.
That's exactly it. For me, like I said, I remember it as a guy that really, you see clearly the impact he had in the wrestling industry, And I know on Busted Open, they were talking about it on Sirius XM. Tommy Dreamer was talking about him. But you're seeing all the Twitter stories that are coming out about
I just happened to be scrolling through Twitter when it got announced. So
like I said, I found out, Alex, probably, like I said, I was driving in the car on the way to work, and the breaking news thing popped up on my Sirius XM. Pat Patterson passes away. I went, whoa.
I was absolutely stunned when I saw that. I just couldn't. My mouth dropped. Like I couldn't believe that he had.
I never heard that he was sick or anything, but
no.
Some people like to keep it very private. He had a very private life, Pat Patterson. But personal life. He had a private life, but public life, he was a well-known figure, and he was a huge impact to a lot of these superstars that are in the WWE today. But we talk about the more recent character. go back and watch some of his matches way back when, and he's as talented of an in-ring competitor as there was. And you look back, unbelievable IC champion, unbelievable Intercontinental champion. But the goofs and the gags that he did with Gerald Briscoe in the corporation, being Vince McMahon's posse, as they say, the Goons. They used to be called the Goonies or whatever they were. I thought that was something that I will remember him by. I remember he had the match where he wore like a dress or something against Gerald Briscoe, I believe. I mean,
I remember seeing that.
Funny things that he did, and I still, what's amazing is I remember the chair shot that he took from Stone Cold Steve Austin when Austin came out to help The Rock. He took a flat shot to the head with the steel chair from Austin. But he was comedic. He was funny. He was creative.
Oh yeah, he was very
really
creative,
had an impact.
and he knew what to do. He knew how to get the fans rallying and really get people to tune into wrestling every week, including the WWE. And it's just amazing to see how much respect that Pat Patterson has earned and gotten over the years.
Oh, absolutely. But again, we send our condolences and our sympathies to Pat Patterson, of course, to his family, his friends, his loved ones, to everybody out there that was impacted by Pat Patterson. You will be very much missed, and here at us at Off the Mat and the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, we send our deepest condolences to him. And of course, it's a very somber week for the wrestling industry, and it's been a very, as they say, up and down kind of year. But like I said, our thoughts and prayers are with the Patterson family and everything like that. All right, Alex, let's get on a higher note. Because apparently I know you said you have something you want to share.
Oh yeah.
Right, for this segment. So fans, take a listen. Get excited, because Alex knows I'm as excited as anybody for this.
Here we go.
Oh, shit! No way! Holy shit, dude! My God!
Yeah, I was blown away by that. I was blown away. I had no idea that he was going to show up. No idea.
Because it's funny because I knew when I watched it, I laughed when you played it. I was in my office at work because there's no way I'd be allowed to play that with the kids there. I would have been fired on the spot. But now I'm watching it back. So you thought you were bad. I'll tell you the story.
My reaction was on point,
Well,
man. It was on point.
So, Alex, you know who my favorite of all time is. We always discuss.
Yep, Sting.
It's amazing. The story is, I'm watching it live, everything like that. Arrow, you're throwing my rhythm off, man. Like, stop.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a cool moment to see.
So my wife is sleeping in the other room. You know what I mean? So she's sleeping in the other room, and she's sleeping in the other room. I mark out.
Oh, I definitely marked out.
I think I screamed the F-bomb. I think I did 3 S-bombs. I did a couple of other bombs. No, just kidding. And I woke her up. She goes, "What are you screaming about?" You know what I mean? What are you yelling about? And I said, "Listen, you have no idea. You don't know what just happened." I said, "It's insane. Sting is here." She goes, "Oh, that's great."
Yeah, you saw Team Taz just destroying, picking apart Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin, and then you hear a guitar rave, the lights go out, everything just goes black, and then you just see all this on the Titantron, like different clips.
Titanitron, I like that one.
Different. you see different clips, different mashups of like snow and everything, because the theme was winter is coming. and then you just see Sting pop up, and that's when I knew, wow, like this is probably the biggest moment like ever for AEW, having
Alex,
Sting
I have
on the
to
show.
ask you, was it actually snowing in Florida?
No, it was just very cold. It was just very cold for them.
It was insane, and it's so funny. People are always saying, people are always saying, "Oh, how come when WWE brings back legends, it's people are saying, oh, how come?" Alex, you might need to raise my mic a little bit. Eros keeps, I don't know if you can do that.
Me?
Yeah, you might. He's saying to raise the mic a little bit.
Yeah, I did. We're good now.
Okay. All right. So, what's amazing is everybody says with the legends, oh, how come WWE brings back legends, people complain, but when AEW brings in a legend, it's different. Because
yeah, it is
WWE
different.
brings in a legend, they're constantly bringing in the same legend over and over and over and over again.
But
whereas this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, this came
It
unexpectedly.
It was rumored, Alex. It was rumored that he could become an AEW.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling as soon as WWE cut their merch ties with Sting and he wiped his merch off WWE shop, I had a feeling.
It's officially off the shop?
Yeah, it's officially off the shop.
Oh, let me see. I gotta check that out. I'm just kind of curious now. But keep going.
Because as soon as that happened, I had a feeling either Sting would be going to a different promotion like AEW, New Japan, Impact, but at first I thought it was Impact. At first I had a feeling he might go back to Impact because he's had so many different matches and different moments there. But when he showed up on AEW, that was the biggest moment of the months, like the whole year for me.
Alex, you are correct. His merch is completely wiped off. It is completely gone. Yeah, I mean it's not even. Yeah, I mean I just searched it up. It's completely, they wiped it out. I'm surprised they did that, but I guess you know what I guess I can understand it.
Yeah, you can, because WWE, they're like so keen on like trying to keep their performers, trying to keep their circle of performers in. And for me, I feel like they just didn't do enough with Sting. Like they missed the boat on Sting there.
Oh, he should have won at Mania.
Yeah, he should have.
I mean, I thought that was an absolutely egregious thing that happened, But in your opinion, when you saw it all happen, what kind of stuff went through your mind? Because you notice he gave a long stare to Darby Allin.
Oh yeah, he stared a hole through Darby Allin. When he walked up to Darby, I had a feeling like maybe he's trying to make himself known, make himself the next, probably let Darby know that he wants to be the next contender for the TNT Championship. So that could be a possibility there. Or he may just or he might just team with Cody against Team Taz. It could go both ways.
No, I mean, I don't think he's really going to wrestle that much. I think he's going to be more of a manager figure now. It was confirmed that he did sign a multi-year deal.
Yeah, he definitely did. I think it was like 6 years or something from what I saw.
Yeah, it was a multi-year deal for X amount. I don't know how much money they paid him. First off, the Sting shirt is awesome. Can I just Pro Wrestling Tees or 1 Hour Tees, whoever does it, phenomenal job.
Yeah, they did a really great job with the design.
Yeah, they did
everything.
An awesome job. I thought it was great, and I thought what was cool about the whole thing was, you look. They always do a good job. I feel like their designs, in my opinion, are way over top notch in WWE.
But going back to Sting, like that was really huge for him to show up like that. As soon as that happened, I was looking at Twitter, and it was just one comment after another. People were just going absolutely nuts.
But it just annoys me, Alex. It annoys me that people in the WWE fans say, "How come when they bring back legends, it's like, oh, they're bringing back." It's not that we don't get excited when the legends come back. It's when you bring back Goldberg,
And you don't use them. You don't use them enough.
No, you use him, but you are using him again and again and again and again, and he's burying people, and he's doing this, and he's burying people, he's burying the Fiend, and he's burying this guy, and that's what bothers people.
Yeah, but going back to what you said about Sting, he could be a manager figure for Darby Allin. That would be a great choice. I could definitely see him being behind Darby Allin and helping him out.
It's funny, and I'm not biased. Well, I am kind of biased, but my favorite wrestler in AEW was Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't that be a coincidence with Sting and Darby Allin together? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would definitely be down to see that.
But I thought Sting coming back. I don't think he's gonna wrestle much.
No, I think if he does wrestle, it's probably gonna be once or twice a month.
No. I think he'll wrestle maybe once a year, and I think that's it. I think he's not going to do that. I think he's here more for a managerial role, something like that. I saw the stare he gave to Darby. That signaled to me that Darby wants him, or he wants Darby to be like a team together. So we'll see. But we have a few more minutes before we go to break, so we have so much more to get to, so much more to digest. Kenny Omega, your new AEW World Champion. Alex, did you like the finish with Don Callis? Are you intrigued by the Impact appearance on Tuesday? Are you going to watch it on Twitch? And 3, where do you think Jon Moxley goes from here now? I think threw a lot at you.
Yeah, so the first question is, I feel like Kenny, we all knew Kenny was going to win that match. We definitely knew. We saw him hit 4 V triggers and then the one-winged angel for the win. And I feel like Kenny Omega could have got it done on his own. I feel like he had the ability to finish that match on his own. But not doing that has made Kenny look like an untrue performer, and AEW may have just been jobbed by Kenny. But remember, this is all to set up a heel turn for Kenny Omega, and I can't wait to see how it plays out with him and Don Callis mentoring him, being behind him. And it's going to be interesting to see where all that how that all plays out. We saw Alex
on Tuesday.
Yeah, we're going to wait. We're going to find out on Tuesday. And as Alex Marvez, he was trying to get a question for them, and that's exactly what they said. Wait until Tuesday because Kenny's going to have a lot to say, and I cannot wait to hear what he's going to say. And for your second question, I feel like Kenny Omega, I felt like it was time for him to take the championship and really run with it. And I feel like AEW is going to do a great job with that and booking him as a heel, making him look good, making him look strong. And they have started off in a good way here doing that. And definitely it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. And for Moxley, Jon Moxley, I feel like he's going to probably stick around in AEW. But he's not.
Well, the report, Tony Khan confirmed that he's not going to be at the Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom.
No.
Which I'm shocked.
That is very shocking.
I guess maybe with travel restrictions, but it just seems like they're getting people to travel now. I'm wondering why not, but I don't know.
But I could see Jon Moxley probably being in a segment with Team Taz, going after Team Taz, or maybe the Dark Order. We'll see what happens.
So you think he's out of the championship?
I think he's out of the championship realm for right now because...
Really? I think he might stay in it for a little bit. I think he might want to... In my opinion, I think he's going to want revenge.
Yeah, he might want revenge, but he held the title for so long, and it's an incredible achievement. It was like 293, 94 plus days as AEW champion or longer. That's an incredible feat. That takes a lot of skill. And that doesn't happen for every wrestler to run with the championship for that long. So that's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, we do have a comment that's been put on the show. Isfio, if I said this right, Konkova said, "Wow," and I'm guessing he's referring to the whole AEW Dynamite episode. I mean, that was and then you even had a little segment which I like too. The Dark Order, or not the Dark Order, the Inner Circle. It had Chris Jericho has given them an ultimatum: either get your what together, or we're disbanding.
Get your head in the game, or we're disbanding. And
what did you like? I like that. I definitely thought that was intriguing for sure. What were your thoughts on that?
It was definitely an intriguing moment, and I could see the inner circle kind of falling apart here. There's a crack in the inner circle because MJF and Sammy Guevara, they do not like each other. They do not get along together, and it's going to tear the inner circle apart.
Can I just give a shout out to Jillian Cohen, by the way? She called me the moment after the Sting segment because she was marking out, and she knew you didn't watch it yet.
No, because I was working. I was working. I was working the night it happened. So
man.
yeah.
So I was like, she's calling me. Well, because the thing is, I have Altis One. I have Optimum. So what I do is, you remember Alex? I sent you a thing on how I watch both AEW and NXT at the same time. I watch AEW on the TV and I watch NXT on my computer. I no longer have to do that.
No.
There's a setting on Altis One where I can now watch it in picture.
Oh wow!
I watch AEW with the volume on the left side of the screen, and I watch NXT on the right side of the screen.
That's really cool.
So
but going back
funny,
to
I think
Sting,
Sting came out. Pat McAfee was talking or whatever it was. So
hold on, Josh. Going back to Sting, I got some comments here from Twitter.
Yeah.
So this guy said the whole thing brought tears to my eyes. Genuine emotion for this return. I knew he's around 60, but the presence he radiates. And then Ricky D of Talk AEW and Sordid Cinema. This week we discussed Sting's pros and cons of crossover events, and it seems like they're going into huge detail with that. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were just blown away by this. Richard Breslin says, I'm happy to see Sting back on TV, and I always want him to be happy, but please be safe. Also bring RoboCop back.
Oh, God. So, you know what he's talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
God, no. Please, no.
Sting.
Remember the Shockmaster. He'll fall on his ass again. And look, I know we usually do NXT during this segment, but because we're running short on time and we still have so much to get to with AEW, we're going to do NXT the next segment with the War Games preview. Because this week's NXT does have a lot to do with War Games this week.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot that happened on NXT. We're going to get to that.
We'll do that next half when we do our War Games preview. So, Alex, what were your thoughts on this AEW Dynamite? Was this the best one they produced yet?
I think this was the best one they've produced all year. It was by far the best one because it just drew so much attention, nationwide attention, for a lot of wrestling fans who grew up with Sting and really wanted to see the icon appear in a different promotion, and that's what they got. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Sting and how they're going to build him up as a manager and if they use him in a manager role. But I definitely can see him being involved in AEW a lot because was it Sportskeeda Wrestle Talk News? Yeah, they said that he's going to be on the show like a lot. Like they're going to use him frequently.
Time.
Yeah, frequently.
Full time, multi-year deal, full time. But it's and another underrated match if you haven't seen it yet, go watch Chris Jericho, Frankie Kazarian. Go watch it. It was a great
I watched
match.
it. It was great.
Just, unfortunately, it was buried because of all the stuff that happened with Omega and Sting. But it's weird to see the AEW Dynamite preview show next week. And it's weird to see Kenny Omega holding the world title and Sting right in the middle of the picture. And it's just the weirdest. You know what? They show all the wrestlers. Next week's show is going to be great. I mean, I'm sure you're going to hear from Omega. Sting's going to speak. You're going to have the Hybrid 2 versus the Young Bucks, which I think is going to be awesome. Abaddon is going to be wrestling. I know you're a fan of hers, Alex.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of her.
Abaddon. So I know you're a fan of hers. But I thought this was the best AEW they did. And I'm not saying it because I'm a Sting fan. I'm saying it because as a wrestling fan alone. What I do love, too, it's underrated. Like you were talking about when Don Callis and Kenny Omega were leaving. Before we go to break, I want to mention this. Alex, you said to the point, you noticed that Alex Marvez was trying to talk to him. Tony Khan, I love that Tony Khan is always in the back and has a reaction to something.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He was so pissed.
Yeah, he was mad.
I think getting him involved in all this stuff, because he's the president of the company, is amazing.
It's amazing to see that.
It is. It's great. And I think he was yelling at Omega, so what are you doing? You always seen that kind of reaction from Tony Khan in certain segments.
I like that they're putting
I love
Tony
it.
Khan in the picture a lot in the background of these segments. It's amazing to see because he's the co-owner, the owner of.
He's the owner. Cody Rhodes like the president or something like that, but he's pretty much the owner of the company. I know
Okay.
Cody Rhodes. I think he and I are like co-owner, but he's pretty much the money funder for the whole thing.
Yeah, so it only makes sense to put him in the background of all
Yes.
this. It only
But it's
makes
just
sense.
nice to see the reaction. Also, the battle royal to start the show was good too. You're gonna have Orange Cassidy versus MJF for the Dynamite Diamond. Yeah, so freshly squeezed for sure. All right, Alex, we're gonna go to a break. When we come back, we have This Week in Wrestling History. We also are going to be recapping NXT, and then we're going to preview NXT War Games. I feel bad. I know you do too, Alex, because unfortunately NXT had a really good show this week. It just didn't compare to AEW.
No, it did not. It did not.
And then we're going to update you on the tag league standings and the junior league standings, and then we'll get to our finishing move. This is Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Everybody's got a price. Rest in peace.
Welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Lowe's and Josh Silverberg.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Off the Mat, and we have This Week in Wrestling History, WCW Live, Sunday, December 5th, 1999, and it was at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. The attendance was 9,288, and the first match was Jushin Thunder Liger, who defeated Psychosis. Second match was Evan Cargias, defeated the Maestro. Number 3 was the Barbarian defeating Prince Laraca. Number 4 was Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, defeating Disco Inferno. Number 5 was Jeff Jarrett defeating Dustin Rhodes. Number 6 was Gerald and Patrick defeating Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Jim Duggan for the WCW World Tag Team titles. Number 7 was Chris Benoit defeating Ric Flair. Number 8 was Sid Vicious defeating Rick Steiner. And number 9 was the Icon Sting defeating Lex Luger.
That's when WCW started really falling.
Yeah, that's when they started falling flat very quickly.
Because some of it just seems so random. Like Chris Chavo Guerrero and Jim Duggan were the tag team champions. Like that just seemed a little wonky.
Yeah, it really does seem wonky. It seems like off and very confusing.
Yeah, it just seemed to be a very off kind of match when you look at it. But that was when WCW really started hitting, started taking a nosedive at that point. Too many politics in the back. Guys weren't happy with what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Guys weren't happy being there.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people were very unhappy with WCW, and they just weren't. Didn't work with them. No.
No, it was crap. The product was garbage at that point. Now, was the Sting Luger match for the championship?
No, there was no championship. But oh wait, I missed one. Bret Hart defeated Goldberg for the WCW World Heavyweight title.
I'm trying to think. Was that the match where Bret Hart got his jaw broken?
It might have been. It
That
possibly
might have been.
could have. Yeah.
That might have been the match where he, I believe, had his jaw broken. If I remember correctly, but look, I think the show sounds like garbage.
Yeah, it really does. This
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like crap.
this whole match card just sounds terrible.
It
doesn't stick.
It sounds intriguing.
Yeah, that does.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. I don't know. When I'm looking back on it, like, I don't know. To me, Bret Hart Goldberg, that has to be the match.
Yeah, that has to be.
Now, was this a pay-per-view or was this like a house show?
This was like a live show, so a televised event.
Oh, so it was like a house show.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was like a house show.
Oh, so then never mind. That's not the one. He broke his jaw at a pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then never mind. But all right, I mean, WCW was taking shits at that.
Yeah, I was
point,
taking
so,
a nosedive. Yeah, quick nosedive.
All right, Alex, let's get to it, man. Let's do it. Let us preview NXT War Games. You got 5 matches that are going to be on the card for tomorrow night, and let's start with the we'll do the War Games matches last because that's where we're going to talk the most. I think we should start with the first match that was announced on Wednesday. That's Timothy Thatcher
taking on Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa. What are your thoughts on that? Who do you think's going to win? And do you think that's a match that could steal the show?
It could very well be a match that steals the show because Timothy Thatcher, he's a very technical wrestler. Tommaso Ciampa is also a technical wrestler and likes to take things to the mat and use his aggression and even take things to the outside floor. So I think Timothy Thatcher is in for a really tough fight here against Tommaso Ciampa. And Timothy Thatcher, he's great at submissions, great at turning things around, making himself look strong and look tough in these matches. So I definitely think this is going to be a match that's going to be close to steal the main event.
I agree with you 100%. I think this is a match that's going to be one that we look back on and we say, I hope it's the opening match. I really do. I do hope it's the opening match. I think they're going to make one of the War Games matches the opening match, probably the women's one.
Yeah, possibly the women's one.
That's probably what they will do.
They'll probably open with that.
One, or they might just do the men's one. I'm not sure. I actually think the women's one I'm actually more intrigued with than the men's one. Who did you say was going to win and why?
For the women's one?
No. For Thatcher versus Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa. I have a feeling he's going to win this match because we saw this week on NXT that Tommaso Ciampa, he got into the head of Timothy Thatcher very quickly. Timothy Thatcher was like, I don't want any trouble. Like, no. And then he said that Tommaso Ciampa was reeling him in. And that's what Ciampa did. He got him to attack. Timothy Thatcher got him to fight and attack Tommaso Ciampa. So he really is just playing mind games here with Timothy Thatcher.
I agree. I'm going to go with Tommaso Ciampa, but I feel bad for Timothy Thatcher because they never give him a big win on a pay-per-view show. But we'll see. I think Ciampa's going. I think it's going to be a great technical match. This fits perfectly. Ciampa's not as technical as.
No, he's not as technical. He's more of a wrestler that likes to go to the outside floor a lot.
Yes, exactly. But I think Ciampa's going to take that one. So you got Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes on the strap match. Alex, I'm going to go with Dexter Lumis this one, but I got to tell you, I'm so impressed with Cameron Grimes' character.
His character has come so far.
When he was in TNA.
Yeah.
When he was in Impact, he was great in TNA. He really was, and he's moved over here. And I like the guy. I think he's funny. I think the story between he and Dexter is really interesting, but I'm going to go with Dexter Lumis in this one.
Same. I want to go with Dexter Lumis as well because Dexter Lumis, they've made him look very well, very strong, very aggressive. They've made him look dangerous. They've made him look like a scary kind of scary individual. They've really made him just people are afraid of him in the back locker room.
Yes.
Nobody wants to go near him.
It's the eyes, man.
Yeah, the eyes.
It's always the eyes, the cold eyes.
The cold hard stare.
Cold hard stare, exactly. But I think it's going to be a fun match. They did a good job at Halloween Havoc with the storyline's been really good between the two.
Oh yeah, it definitely has. Cameron Grimes, he's so entertaining. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's very witty. His backstage interview segments are great, and I just love how he adds different things to it every week. It's very interesting.
Next up, we have the Triple Threat North American Championship match between Leon Ruff, the champion, still feel weird saying that, versus Johnny Gargano versus Damian Priest. I'm
going to say Johnny wins this one.
I'm going to say Johnny wins it. I'm going to go. Oh, man, that's tough. I really want to say Leon Ruff. I really do. I think he's going to sneak the win. I don't know. I'm going to go Leon Ruff.
I only say Johnny Gargano because he lost to champion. He just hasn't had a full run this year with the NXT North American
Champion. Does he really need it, Alex?
Not really. I don't really think he needs it, but I think it would be a great way to give him a push and really make the focus on Johnny Gargano because he's so talented and he's so intriguing and. His mic work is great. Just the things he adds to his mic work every week is great. Even having him on commentary this week was amazing. That was good.
I think Leon Ruff's going to steal it somehow. I think Priest is going to hit Gargano with a move, and then Ruff is going to pin him and sneak the win. That's what I think I could definitely see end up happening. But we'll see. I would not be surprised if Damian Priest won. Honestly, the guy I would be shocked that won is Johnny Gargano because I don't see any necessary point in him winning this match. There is no point of him winning this match because he's won it already twice. I think he doesn't need the run. He doesn't need the, as they call it in wrestling, the rub. He doesn't need the rub that way. And I think it would be interesting for sure that if Leon Ruff won this championship, they continue it. The only thing is if Ruff won it, I'm curious where the storyline goes. But we'll see.
It'll be interesting because I really want to see Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest and Leon Ruff go back and forth in this matchup. We haven't seen much of like how Leon Ruff can get involved in the matchup and what he's capable of. Mm-hmm. So I really want to see Leon Ruff like go at it against Johnny Gargano and Damian Priest and just take it to the next level.
Yeah, I agree with you, absolutely. I think it's going to be an entertaining match. I think Damian Priest has gotten much better and he's improved the last few months. In my eyes, it was a struggle for him when he first got there, coming over as Punishment Martinez from Ring of Honor. I just felt he wasn't fitting in. He's definitely fit in now. All right, Alex, let's get to one of the War Games matches. You got the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong going up against, I guess you call him the Brand. That's what I called him, the Brand, because, you know.
Yeah, the Brand, Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oney Larkin. Who you got? And why? I'm
gonna say Undisputed Era because they're just so focused. They've been inside the War Games before. They know how to.
They've been in every single one.
Yeah, they know how to.
Every single one in NXT.
Yeah, exactly. They know how to perform in these types of matches, and they know when to bring it. And they're going to be bringing their A game here against Pat McAfee and the Brand. And Pat McAfee, his team, they got to be prepared because Undisputed Era is not playing around. They are coming into this match trying to decimate, tear them limb from limb, like put damage on Pat McAfee, even hurt Pat McAfee. So they're really just trying to add insult to injury. And the one thing that caught my attention was the comment from Adam Cole in the restaurant when he said that Let's cheers to Pat McAfee for not only being smart but also stupid because he got himself involved in a match where there's going to be nowhere to hide, nowhere to run.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with the Undisputed Era in this one too. I mean, I think when you look at it, you know, I don't think they would. I don't know if it's even considered burying because Danny Burch and Oney Larkin are the tag team champions. But I think this is going to set up a feud for the long haul. I would not be surprised if McAfee's team won, if they snuck the win.
Yeah, they do have the man advantage. So, yeah.
But I mean, you know, to me, I look at it like this. I think the Undisputed Era is due for this win. It's crazy. They have been in every single.
Yeah, they've been in every single takeover match.
And every single takeover War Games men's match. They've been in every single one. I think that's impressive. And I think to me, when you look at it, you know, it's going to be an awesome one. Like I said, I'm looking more forward to the women's one than the men's one, but I'm interested to see how McAfee is because Pete Dunne's been in it before. Burch and Larkin, this is their biggest match they've ever had. I know they won the tag team belts against Breezango, but this is their biggest match.
Yeah, this is definitely a huge match for them.
They're a good tag team.
They really are.
Burch and Larkin, but I am curious to see how McAfee is in this match. I think he's going to do some crazy things off the top of the cage. I really do. I could see it.
I could see Pat McAfee climbing the cage and getting involved with Adam Cole.
Of
yeah, just jumping off of it.
Yeah, I could 100% see him doing something like that. Just like, catch me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like trust fall. Like a trust fall, right? Like,
or a coffin drop from all the way up there.
A coffin drop. All right, Alex, let's get to the last one. You got Team Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon, Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai, the NXT Women's Champion, going up against Team Candice of Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Toni Storm. When you look at these teams, they really seem unfair.
Yeah, they really do.
Shotzi's team just looks like it has so much more dominance on it, but I think it's going to be an amazing match. Man, I'm trying to think. I can absolutely see.
I can see it coming down to. I could see it coming down to Dakota Kai or Toni Storm against Shotzi Blackheart. I could see it being that close.
Shotzi has the women advantage, which is weird to give that to a face team over a heel team. You never see that.
No, you never do. It's always the heel team that gets it.
I think Team Shotzi is the right call because the thing is, all the members on Team Shotzi, I don't think can be pinned. You could pin Raquel Gonzalez. That's in my opinion. You can do that.
Yeah, you can.
You know, I like Raquel Gonzalez, but out of all the 8 women that are in this match, she's the least one that I think has the highest upside because she doesn't have the popularity that the other 7 do.
Yeah, and this is Shotzi Blackheart. I think this is her first War Games match ever because
it's her first. It's Ember Moon's first.
Yeah.
It's Raquel Gonzalez's first. Dakota Kai was in it, but she didn't get to the cage. Remember, she beat up. What was her name? The one that hurt her knee.
Tegan Knox. Yep.
You know.
Yeah. Shotzi Blackheart, I feel like she's going to be she has to be mentally and physically prepared for a match like this because it's a match where everything is involved. Chairs, weapons, every type of thing in the cage is involved. And Shotzi Blackheart, I feel like she's going to bring her best in this match. It's going to be amazing to see because I'm a really big fan. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Shotzi Blackheart ever since she crossed over from Evolve to WWE, NXT. It's just I love the work she's been doing, and I feel like this is definitely going to be a big moment for her if her team can capitalize and win. Yes,
for sure. So that's our NXT War Games. Like I said, there was some stuff that happened. You brought up some stuff about NXT, so we got to recap NXT a little bit. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night, I believe at 7 o'clock on the WWE Network for NXT TakeOver War Games.
Yep, start time NXT War Games is 6 p.m. Eastern time, and the official...
6? Oh, the
pre-show's at 6. The official starts time is at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I love that because I know NXT takeovers are going to end at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, they're mostly going to end 9.
It's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah. I think it's fun. I love it. They end at 9. I think it's phenomenal. All right, Alex, let's get to it. We got a few more minutes left. Let's get to our New Japan update of the Tag League and the Junior tournament.
So the World Tag League current standings: Shingo Takagi and Sonata are at 10. Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano are at 10. Tai Chi and Zack Sabre Jr. are at 10. Juice and David Finlay are at 10. Tama Tonga and Tangaloa are at 10. Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi at 10. Great Okan and Jeff Cobb 8. Evil and Yujiro Takahashi 6. Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens 4. And Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toa Hanare at 0.
Wow, there's a lot of ties. I'll tell you that much. I've been very impressed with Takagi and Sonata. I think, in my opinion, I love to see them hold the belts a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna. I actually would like them more of as a team than I would Evil and Sonata because I think Takagi is so underrated as a superstar in New Japan that I think he actually would fit better with Sonata than Evil, which is crazy to say because Evil and Sonata were phenomenal as a tag team.
Yeah, I have a feeling, for me, I have a feeling it's going to come down to Finn Juice and Shingo Takagi and Sonata. Yeah, they're going to be the last teams to take on each other.
Finn Juice is an interesting team, too, because they've tagged before they won the belts.
Oh, yeah, they have great chemistry.
They beat G.O.D. Yeah, they beat G.O.D. They were... they're a team. When you look back on it, you say to yourself, and it just like I said, it's so random with their tag division in New Japan because they don't have much. But we'll see.
Finn Juice, they just have great chemistry together. They've worked with each other for years in New Japan. They know how to run as a tag team. And that's what makes them a great tag team is they know when to deliver and how to deliver and when to come back and win. And I feel like Finn Juice is going to be the one to come up against Shingo Takagi and Sonata in the last round.
Absolutely. So, Alex, what's the update on the Super Junior standings?
Super Junior standings. El Desperado is at 12. Sho is at 12. Taiji Ishimori at 12. Hiromu Takahashi at 12. Bushi at 8. Master Wato at 8. Robbie Eagles at 6. Raizuki Taguchi at 6. Doki at 4. And Yoromura at 0.
Where, again, is Taiji Ishimori in this thing or no?
Yeah, he's at 12.
He's at 12? I think it's gonna come down to Yujiro and
Taiji Ishimori and Hiromu Takahashi.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't know if I definitely think Hiromu's gonna be in it. I'm not sure who he's gonna face yet. I'm not sure. There's so many on there. Who are the ones that have 12 again?
El Desperado, Sho, and Taiji Ishimori.
El Desperado, Sho, and Taiji Ishimori. I could see him going up against El Desperado.
Yeah, El Desperado.
A little bit of a rivalry with the tag belts.
El Desperado is an incredible athlete. I've seen him in a lot of different New Japan matches, tag matches, singles matches. He's unbelievable to watch. He comes from a Mexican style because he trained in Mexico, and it's really cool to see him bring that a little lucha libre style to New Japan.
I mean, he would fit well in LIJ, but I think Bushi is kind of similar to him, so that's why he's not in the group, and that's why he's in Suzuki-gun. All right, Alex, let's get to our finishing move, man. It's already that time. This show flew by.
Oh, yeah, it went by very fast, very quick. And my finishing move is Alex Zane just got signed to WWE NXT under the name Alex Brandenburg.
That's awesome. I saw that. I was interested in that. They signed a few new people, right, for the NXT tryouts after the tryouts and stuff like that. So they signed a couple of people. So that's awesome.
Yeah, Alex Zane, he was an independent wrestler for years, and he competed in different promotions across the country, even New Japan Pro Wrestling when they used to come here to the United States. They still do every now and then. But his matches were always fun to watch, and I hope he will bring along many exciting ones in NXT. I could definitely see him taking on NXT and really rising to the occasion for the yellow brand.
For sure. For me, I have two. One is for Pat Patterson, and again, just the legendary status that he's done in this wrestling business, inside the ring and outside behind the scenes, is incredible. You see the outpouring support and everything, and the love that is shared for him. So again, we send our condolences here at Off the Mat and the Worldwide Sports Radio Network to the Patterson family, friends, loved ones, anybody that knew him. He seemed like a wonderful guy. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is unfortunate that he passed.
And my other fishing move is with Sting, man. To see Sting come back and to see what he does and to see him talk next week, there is so much you could do with this right now. And again, WWE fans have to see the difference. I understand you're upset because with the legend stuff. Here's the difference. They're not they're not going to oversaturate him.
No, they're not. Like WWE fans, they really need to give him a chance on this. Like allow Sting to try different angles and run with it, and allow him to adapt as a manager if they use him as a manager.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. Before you go, we just want to give you quick updates on how you can listen to us and follow us as well. You can download our app. It's on the Apple Store. Just type in WWSRN. That's WWSRN if you have an iPhone. If you have an Android, go to the Google Play Store. Type in Worldwide Sports Radio. It's going to come up. The app is free. You can read our articles, check out our show schedules, watch and listen to our clips, rewatch our shows as well, and you can check out all the great programming that we have at the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. It's phenomenal stuff, and we're only growing each day. Check us out as well at worldwidesportsradio.com. Also, don't forget to check out the Weekend Crunch every Saturday night at 7 o'clock on 103.9. That's 103.9. You can check that out on... Trying to see where can we get this. You can get it. I just want to make sure I get the right information. So you could go to, I believe it's radio.com. I believe you could go to get it. There's so many different ways you could check out everything. So check that out with myself and Errol Marks doing the Weekend Crunch this week. It was so much fun.
Oh yeah, I heard you guys. You guys were off on a tangent. I heard.
Oh God, we're always off. Alex, you've been in our phone conversations. When he and I get together, it's always on a tangent that never ends. It's like a road that never stops. And I'm usually the one that's correct. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it even better. I don't listen to what he says. He thinks he's always right, but that's just not true. That's false. And I want to know where he got his sources from saying that. I'll say it because it's BS. It's not true. He's always wrong and I'm always right. But there's that. No, but like I said, there's so much content and everything like that. And like I said, enjoy War Games tomorrow. Enjoy AEW and NXT next week. Enjoy Raw, SmackDown, whatever you watch. Alex, always a pleasure, my friend. It was a great show today.
Definitely.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
I will.
Have fun. Watch War Games tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy?
Stay tuned, everybody. Thanks for watching, and have a great afternoon.
Thanks a lot. This is the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, Off the Mat. We'll see you later. Have a good one.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Radio Network.